Hello from Tennessee. Today I'm going to show you my existing Casios and talk about a couple that might be on my to-buy list. Be right back. Okay, so if you've been in this hobby any length of time, Casio is a brand that has probably been on your radar at one point. I want to show you my existing four that I have in my collection, and then maybe ramble a little bit about if there's more in my future or not. The first one I want to show you, and I don't know the model number, I didn't bother looking it up here. I picked this up off a Joma shop when I first started collecting, and the reason I picked it up was that I wanted something that had a barometer in it. And so I think this is just cool. You don't see it very often, and I think it's like $35. The barometer definitely works. In Tennessee, we are prone to tornadoes, and the only time that we actually had to get into our kind of we have a basement, no windows. The only time we ever got into that, there was warnings, and then the barometer dropped dramatically on the Casio too as well. So the next one I'm going to show you is a world timer. These are just cool watches, extremely affordable. I mean, I think they can be had for less than 20 bucks sometimes. Lots of modding going on of these two as well. This one right here has some sentimental value for a couple of reasons. It was my main watch I wore in 2020 when I went to Australia. My wife has one of these two as well, and we have got a buddy over in Australia that I actually bought one for and gave him to as well. So that one is definitely it's a fun one to wear. I don't wear either one of those a ton, but they do get worn. The next one is one that I probably wear. I wear this a lot. I usually, if I'm doing stuff around the house, which is this, I think it's a 5610, and I was able to get it on a combi bracelet, which it doesn't come on. These are kind of hard to find now, I think. But if you have an opportunity to try, this is the older combi bracelet. I made the mistake of actually taking it off one time to try something else on this. I won't do that again. It was a bugger to get back on. So, but this one is really cool. And on a quick tangent, one of the watches that I have actually thought about is there's an MRG Square that has the same design language too as well, but just really upscale materials and so forth. But the costs are pretty extensive, so don't see that any time in the future, but that is one that I've definitely thought about, and I'll talk about a few more in a couple minutes. And last but certainly not least is affectionately referred to as the Bling Master. This watch was actually a gift, and it was at a time when it was a challenging time in my life, let me just say that. But this was a gift, and so this one's not going anywhere, and it does get some wear, and I don't know, this one's just pretty cool. So there they are there. Anything else that's on the horizon? The other one that I can't get my mind off is like the Frogman. I've never tried a Frogman, so I definitely think at some point I could see myself owning one of those. Another square. There's a blue camo titanium one that I've seen for pretty good prices now. I think when they first came out, they were about $1,700. I think I've seen them as low as $850 now. So I've considered picking one of those up. And then lastly, these new crystallized ones that are out are just kind of catching my eye for some reason too as well. So I've thought about like maybe to round off this collection here is maybe get a silver crystallized one. So I felt like the other silver one maybe is just a little bit too shiny, if there's such a thing. But that one looks pretty cool too. So I shared a video yesterday with all my Casio watches. And like I said, one of the great enthusiast brand. When I first started, it was a way to enjoy the hobby very affordably. I think as I've matured as a collector enthusiast, if you can call it that, I kind of like to have things that, or pieces that I'm going to at least wear. And I found with the Casios, there was too many that I had that I just wasn't really wearing them. And so I had a big purge. But I could see myself going in that direction again and maybe adding, one or two more pieces. So we'll see. But in terms of these four right here, I can definitely say that these four right here are definitely keepers for life. So that's it. I hope everybody's had a good Memorial Day weekend. Today is actually Memorial Day. And just to those that gave the greatest sacrifice, I think we need to pause and kind of reflect on that a little bit. They've made this country what it is. There's a lot of vitriol, I think, in this country right now. But in my mind, it's the greatest place in the world to live, and it's really on the back of those that have kept our freedoms in check by making the ultimate sacrifice. So I think we need to take a minute in between barbecues and making watch videos to remember that today. So as always, make friends, stay positive, and enjoy the journey. Take care.